person I wanted. A few years ago, another one I did, I was suffering with very, very bad sciatica, and I was basically crippled, and I was on painkiller after painkiller and that sort of thing. I was on about 30 painkillers a day, and I had a situation where, I tried everything: osteopath, chiropractic, what's the one called, traction, Reiki healing, acupuncture, you name it, I went for it. And I didn't just go for one person, I went for other people as well, just in case one person wasn't good enough. I was doing everything. Got to the stage where I couldn't even drive. I had all these supercars, and I couldn't even drive any of them because I couldn't get in them. I was crippled, and I wouldn't, because I knew the doctor was wrong. I'd had a wellness experience before, and I thought, I'm not, the way Western medicine cures it, I'm not content with that. And so in the end, after several months of trying all of these different things, I kept saying to myself, I know this can be fixed. I just know it can be fixed. I know that the way to fix it isn't to cut my spine open and suck out one of my discs. I just know it. Anyway, I just see what I mean? No, I didn't believe it. I knew it. And so anyway, I was at a wedding, and I was crippled, and I was having to carry, people were carrying a chair around for me. So everywhere I went, I had to sit down. My mate came up to me. I hadn't seen him for several years. He went, "Oh yeah, you got bad back, have you?" And he says, "I'm working for a Malaysian Chinese chef at the moment who reckons he can cure anybody with a wooden stick, right? Anybody with a bad back with a wooden stick, right?" And I'm like, I'm drunk because I'm knocking back as much alcohol as possible to really give the painkillers a bit of a kick. And anyway, long story short, I ended up going to see this guy through I'd almost given up because I'd been to the doctor by then, and the doctor had booked me in for an operation because I was on private healthcare and that sort of thing. And I was in total agony, and so I was thinking, I'm going to just have to go and do it. And I was still fighting though, because I was still thinking, there's got to be another solution. There's got to be another solution. This has got to get better. And I went and saw this guy, and he went up there, and I went and saw him in a place in Brighton, which is a pretty run-down area of Brighton. Anyone knows where I'm talking about. It's better now, but it was a pretty run-down area then. And went into there, and went into his lounge, and I'm like looking around, and it's like this is a one-bedroom flat, and there's stuff everywhere, and there's no treatment table, and there's a mate of his sitting on the sofa with his feet on the coffee table, and his mate gets his feet off the coffee table, and the guy just throws a blanket over the coffee table and goes, "Oh, strip off," right? I'm like, oh no, right? It's in a particular area of Brighton that's known for homosexuality sort of thing, and it was like, oh no, this is just not good. I've got nothing. I've got no strength. I've got nothing. Anyway, I'm standing there, and I'm massively overweight at the time. And he goes, "Oh, you very fat." Oh, thanks a lot. It's really appreciated. And thanks for noticing. Anyway, he did this treatment on my back, and I was screaming in agony. And I got at the end of it. I got up at the end, and I got out, and he says, "Look, this treatment's going to take 18 months. You've got to come every week, and at the end of every week, at the end of the 18 months, your back will be 99.9% fixed. That's it." And I was like, yeah, right. At the time, I've been in agony, literally screaming in agony. I was. My back was just a big bruise about 2 days later. Anyway, I left, and I started to notice something different. For the first time in months, I just started to feel a bit better. Within a week, I was down to one painkiller a day. Within 3 weeks, I had everything back, right? And then I carried on going for the 18 months, and I have no bad back problems. I was in martial arts for 10 years. And I can stretch further today without warming up than I could ever do when I was in martial arts. What I'd done is I'd manifested the solution that didn't exist. I said to him one day, I said, "How many people are teaching this then?" He says, "Oh, the guy who taught me, and a son or something." And he said, "That's about it." I said, where's how old is this then? He said, "Oh, it's at least 70 years old." I said, "Well, who taught it to them?" "Oh no," he says, "it goes all the way back." And so I had manifested a dying Chinese art to fix my back. And now my back is fixed. That's the power of manifesting. And that's what I want for you. You're doing it anyway. You're doing it in everything you do. You just got to do it to the things you now desire. Right? That's it. That's the secret to manifesting. Okay.